Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Morning.
Thanks for being here. I think we had a pretty jam-packed day with some interesting things. We did a little bit different tack this time around with our mini conference at IRE, very specifically honing in on the idea that investigative, accountability, watchdog, deep dive journalism isn't just good journalism, but it's actually good business and can help us all earn a little bit more money even and increase our audiences so we can do some more kick-ass journalism. So Steve and Matt put together a really excellent program. But before we dive into that, I just want to give you guys a quick rundown of where Lion's at, because it's been a little while since our conference in October, and as a board, and Matt and Steve have been really busy pulling things together with a bunch of great new programs. The RAMP program, which is focused on giving people some mentoring for new business ideas to expand their business, so not just to help them, but so we can all learn from what they're doing. The iDig grant program, which is giving people some small grants to go pursue some specific investigative projects, and then tie that into the idea of using that to expand audience and earn a little bit more money off of it, not just funding journalism, but figuring out how we can leverage good journalism into good business. And what else do we have going, Matt? There was something I'm missing that was big. I haven't had enough coffee yet today, so.
Guidebook coming out.
Oh, the guidebook that we've been working on for a while, which is just a rundown of these steps, the things that you need to consider when you're looking at, especially starting up a new news organization online, locally, but maybe even a way to rethink, if you've been doing it for a few years and you want to reassess where you're at, some of the things that you might want to be looking at and going through. Because I think some of us might need to be doing that, especially me. And Chicago, again, we're going back to Chicago for our Lion Summit, which will be October 11th through 13th, and it will be, this time around, 3 full days of programming. We're expanding on the boot camp idea that we did last year, where we did the half day on Thursday. We're expanding those Thursday, really deep sessions all day on Thursday, and we'll have a couple of different tracks going on, so it won't be just for people who are startups, although we'll have a bunch of people there to help people think through their business plan and editorial plan and everything, but also for people who've been doing it for a while, so some pretty deep sessions before we get into the general sessions on Friday and Saturday. So if you can make it there all day on Thursday, start thinking about that for your schedule. And I guess, well, yeah, we should definitely, before we really get rolling, thank all of the people who make this possible, which is the Knight Foundation, of course, one of our major funders for the past several years, the Democracy Fund, who've helped, especially with the RAMP program, Ethics and Excellence, who've committed to supporting that iDig program, and the Ford Foundation, who have helped us get people around the country to, get people together to talk about this kind of stuff. Facebook, our good friends at Facebook, and make sure you guys stick around. I've heard a whole lot of people who are interested in speaking with the rep from Facebook, who will be here a bit later today. And let's be nice to her. It's her job to actually listen to us and advocate for what we're trying to do and communicate that up the chain. So don't throw too much, too many rotten bagels at her or anything, And Kenny, of course, from Broad Street, who he's helping with this and has been a long-time sponsor of pretty much everything Lion. And I guess to run down a little bit more about RAMP and iDig, Matt's going to talk a little bit more specifically about that.
Cool. I'm actually just going to run through the program really quick and then turn it over to Steve, who's going to get some of the participants up here to talk about early wins. So that'll kick us off. We'll talk about the RAMP program and early lessons from that from 9:30 to 10. Then Denise Mallon from IRE is going to come and talk about investigative reporting ideas and tips for really tiny newsrooms, which I think we can all get. And then we have a panel at 11 with three kind of all-star people in my mind. Tracy Powell, Wendy Thomas, and Rebecca Monson are going to talk about, we have 200 and something members of Lion in 45 states now, which is tremendous growth over the past couple of years. And so the question, though, is on that panel is if we're going to solve local news deserts in this country, both the ones that exist and the ones that will exist, unfortunately, as things continue to decline, how many Lion-type sites are there that are needed in this country? And if it's 2,000, how do you get there? And so seed funding is a key issue to that. And then the equality of who has access to that kind of money and what communities are served. So they're going to address that at 11. Doreen Mendoza is coming at noon from Facebook to talk about Facebook's relationship with local news. I know that's probably a topic that people are interested in. And I would repeat what Dylan said. She's an advocate for us. She truly is within that big organization. So if we constructively equip with her with the arguments and irritations that she can bring to other people, it will be helpful. She's also, that'll lead into our lunch hour, which lunch is on your own, but she's willing to meet with people one-on-one during the lunch hour. So that's a great opportunity for you to be able to connect with a real person at Facebook. And so after lunch, 2 o'clock, Kenny is going to talk from Broad Street about the advantages that local small publishers have over the Facebooks and the Googles. As counterintuitive as that sounds, he's really articulate about that, has some good information. And then at 2:30, we have another kind of all-star panel. Melanie Sill from Democracy Fund and the Membership Puzzle. Monica, CEO of Mother Jones, and Ann Galloway from BT Digger are going to come and talk about fundraising off of accountability journalism and investigative reporting, how to turn that into reader donations. So we're excited about that. And then at 3:30, we got 3 veteran Lion publishers. Uriah Kaiser from Potomac Local, Joe Hyde back there from San Angelo Live, and then another Texan, Charlotte Ann Lucas from Nowcast SA in San Antonio, are going to talk about what every local publisher needs to know before they start or after they start to be sustainable and what they've learned in their lessons and stuff like that. So that's it, and then after we're done tonight, 4:30 or so, we'll wrap up. We hope that you all will join us down at the big fake fish tank bar called Mist, the Mist Sushi Bar right down here. And we'll have free drinks and appetizers on the Lion tab, and so we hope that you come and socialize with us afterwards.